Man, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of the CM Show. I had to get a late start because I had to flip the damn AC on. Y'all, it is November. It was what, 106 here in Atlanta? I mean, whew, yeah. Welcome to what they call it, global warming. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me tonight for another Markland Mondays. Whoa, throwback. Welcome to the CM Show. Y'all know I had to do the transition a while back. Used to be Markland Mondays, but now here it is on a Wednesday. We're doing the CM Show. That's the reason why I changed things up. It's like, damn, can't always do it on a Monday, right? Anyway, welcome to another CM Show. Tonight we're going to be talking about are they speaking your love language? Meaning, and not even your love language. We're not even going to go into love languages. We're going to actually just talk about just language. In other words, what are people saying to you, and are you understanding what they're saying when it comes to being in love, being in relationships, be it you're married, long-term commitments, all of that good stuff. But, I'm sorry, y'all. Whew. Y'all, it's been one of them days today. Let me pull this closer so I can see my stuff here. Anyway, as always, we are going to be live on both YouTube and Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook if you haven't already done so. Just type in author Christopher Markland, and that's where I'll show up. And if you want to join the live over there, you can. If you want to join me here on YouTube, obviously, by all means, come on with it. Of course, it's going to be a conversation, which means I want to talk to y'all. So I'm going to be dropping the Zoom link in a minute. You can just join on Zoom. If you don't want to have your camera shown, if just want to have it just as a regular phone call, by all means, you can do that. So, and of course, you know how we do. We got to make sure that let me shout out my people in the room before we get into, let me take care of this housekeeping stuff first. Let me do that. First things first, let me shout out to my sponsor, The Black Candle Box, theblackcandlebox.com. As always, if you go to that website, The Black Candle Box, order you a candle from there. Just use the promo code, The CM Show, and any orders over $25, you will get a 15% off discount. Tonight, even though it's not sweater weather, because like I said, this global warming thing is for real. I had to run over there and turn the AC on and switch it because I'm like, damn, why am I in here sweating? Chocolate head, bald head, just gleaming. Anyway, tonight's scent is actually called Sweater Weather. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's called Sweater Weather. This is a new one for me. I haven't smelled this one. Let me see what we got popping. I know she's going to fuss at me about the wick being too tall. Anyway, just setting the mood a little bit. So like I said, tonight, our scent is going to be Sweater Weather. As always, go to theblackcandlebox.com, and once you're there, place your order. Place your order. Anything over $25, you get a 15% discount. As always, y'all, we are going to be talking about some adult themes. I always want to get that out the way. We're going to be talking about some adult stuff tonight. So if there's anything that, is going to make you clutch your pearls and be like, oh my Lord, I can't believe he said that, y'all tune out now. And also when people call in, you're going to be hearing some adult stuff too. So all I'm saying is make sure that if you ain't ready for the adult conversation, go ahead and tune out now. And also, please, I want to make sure that people know about me. So, make sure you tickle the algorithm, aka like the video. If you're on Facebook, make sure you follow me. Go ahead and like it over there. And if you are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and like me over here as well. Like the video, I should say. I need all the help I can get. I need YouTube to be like, yo, who's that dude down there? So they can start showing it to more people so we can spread the word. So now that we got that housekeeping out the way, let me go ahead and holler at my peoples real quick and see what we got going on. Let's see who all's in the chat. Got quite a few people in here from the looks of it already. Let me see who all we have on here today. Oh. G-Dubs, what's going on, lady? How are you doing tonight? Lorenzo, what's happening, brother? Boy, I see you all over Twitter, man. You blowing that thing up, man. Michelle, thank you for joining the conversation. Carrie, what's happening? How y'all? Oh, okay. Carrie, how you doing, ma'am? Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining the conversation. Tonight, y'all, the conversation is going to be about language. Now, we're not going to be talking about the tried and true love languages, but what we're going to be talking about is just language, how you talk to your significant other. First of all, let's define the terms, right? So if you know that language, as defined, I think I got this from Merriam-Webster. Anyway, the principal method of human communication consisting of words used in a structured and conventional way and conveyed by speech, writing, or gesture. Now, the two things for me that to take away from that is structured and conventional way. Now, I'm gonna go into that a little bit, but that's the main thing when it comes to language. What got me thinking about this particular conversation and is the TV show called Ready to Love. All right. Now, for those of you that know about Ready to Love, y'all know that every week the show comes on. And of course, I do my review of the show. The show comes on the OWN television network. That's the OWN network every Friday. And it's a competition style show where you have 10 men and 10 women who are seeking love. This particular season, they are in the city of the District of Columbia, DC, right? And on the show, there's one particular lady, one particular person by the name of Carrie. Oh, excuse me, Camille. I don't know. My bad, Carrie. I got you on the mind. Anyway, a young lady by the name of Camille. Now, this lady, even though she is 42 years old, she has a bunch of negative traits. In fact, you know what? Let's watch a little bit of Carrie. All right. Oh, might help if I had that going. Okay. Why are you not playing, computer?
Wait a minute. Wait.
Again, I told you it's hard for me to see you
Talking to other people.
It is. Like, these girls will come up to you being flirtatious and be like, in your face, and you just, oh, country bumpkin ass. Like, you're like,
damn.
Listen.
All right, so that was a little bit of Carrie. I keep calling her Carrie. A little bit of Camille right there. As you can see, this lady young lady is a 42-year-old teacher, and like I said, the TV show is based out of the DMV area, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, right? But let's see. There's another one. Let's watch this one. Ooh.
Listen, because that's what it is. Like, I feel like you're so naive and you don't understand what they're doing. You're like feeding into it like a dumbass. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
I'm not doing
and
that.
It's not, and I'm not gonna stay there for that.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm really not. I'm not doing that.
Whew. So, that was just a small glimpse into Miss Camille. We're on the 5th week of the show. Like I said, this is the 5th episode. And one of the things about her is not just the attitude. Well, I don't want to categorize it. I don't want to do that just yet. But one of the issues that I personally have with her are just not just the way she talks to that gentleman there, who, by the way, his name is Cornelius. Now, like I said, we are in week 5 of the show. It's a competition style show. So every week you have one or two of the men that get eliminated by the women on the show, and then the next week it flips. 1 or 2 of the women gets eliminated by the men. So they literally have just started. It's starting to get a little bit thick in the competition right now, but it's starting to build up. So these two people, as far as we, the audience, can tell, have not necessarily built up any kind of relationship. I don't think he has, quote unquote, claimed her to be his, but she's definitely already called him her boyfriend. So there's a sense of entitlement because he's giving her the attention that she seeks. However, what's being returned is a lot of energy, be it negative, whatever the case may be. Y'all let me know. Y'all be the judge of that. Personally, I think that, it all comes down to at least just a basic level of respect. And think about it. If they are just now starting out to where she doesn't respect him and is just talking to him like that, then you know good and damn well nothing good is going to come from it later down the line, because how you start is how you are going to continue, and that's ultimately how you're going to end. Now, it is up to him to earn that not only earn the respect, but he has to keep it. However, there has to be some baseline of respect given in order to just on a level of a man, right? And that's why I wanted to have this conversation where we're talking about language, because body language, y'all, speaks louder and clearer than anything else that we can think of. Now, I get it. The easy thing for us to have discussed, is obviously you hear languages, and with that, okay, my bad. So with that, you have the 5 love languages. That's when most people think of the love languages, that's what they think of. You have words of affirmation. You have words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. All right, those are the 5 love languages from the book, The 5 Love Languages by, I think it's Gary Larson. Now, we're going to be talking about that later down the line. But for right now, that's not necessarily where, I wanted to take the show. What I really wanted to talk about, y'all, was just how we communicate even in the beginning phases of a relationship, and then how we continue down the line. So it's one of those things where if you don't establish how you communicate with your partner, then, more importantly, if you don't understand how your partner is communicating with you, you're going to have those issues. So a couple of things that I came, as I was really putting together my notes for this show, was the body language. There is something about being positive. There's something about being nice. There's something about being accessible that allows relationships to flourish, that allows relationships to grow. And in my review this past week, I talked about one of the things is how you treat other people. Especially in the dating process where you go out and you and the person you're dating with, and I'm speaking more in the quote unquote traditional sense, man and woman. Of course, it doesn't matter whether it's a gay couple, gay meaning man, woman. It doesn't matter. If you're out with somebody and the person that you're out with treats the server like shit, and they talk down to the server, and you just have a very belittling attitude, that right there is a sign, because what they're communicating to you, the language that they are communicating to you, is just animosity. Because if they can't get along with the quote unquote, I don't even want to call it lonely, if they cannot get along with the people whose job, their literal job says server, if they cannot get along and are able to accept what is being given to them by someone who is there to serve them, how then can you expect them to serve you in the context of a relationship? Things like that matter. If you pick up on those things early, they are communicating with you. It is now up to you to listen. All right, your body language. No, let me go back to the facial expressions and that kind of thing. I know I've had this conversation many a time, where how annoying it is for women to be told to smile. Smile, beautiful. Oh, why you got that sad look on your face? I get it. As a man, that is my way. That is my intro. That is me trying to holler at you. Just based on your reaction. If I say, hey, smile, and you do smile, you'd be like, or just make a little comment. I'm like, oh, okay, let me holler at you. So I get it from that perspective. However, I do understand it from the woman's perspective, where you're being told by some random dude that you don't even know that you need the damn smile. I get it. That shit's annoying. I fully understand that shit right there is freaking annoying. You're just walking down the street minding your own business and some random ass dude is telling you to smile. However, it's all about being accessible if you are trying to date. Now, I'm not saying that you just walk down there and you be somebody's damn puppet and every other random dude smile, you just cheesing down the damn road. I'm not saying that. I'm just speaking directly to my women as well. But it's one of those things where you do have to at least be accessible, show some interest, that kind of thing. Because if not, then what you have is what do they call it? Resting bitch face. And if that is your personality, if that's who you are, that's not a very accessible way to be. And it's kind of hard to date somebody who doesn't seem like they want to be dated in the first place. So it's like, why am I trying to approach you and you aren't even approachable? Why am I wasting my time? I'm just going to move on to the next one. Or I know how to categorize it, because if you're not nice in the beginning, how are you going to get nice later on? It's one of those things, right? Now let's go deep into the body language. Your body language says a hell of a lot more than than a lot of words can say. And for me, it's always y'all. I'm from Jamaica, right? And if anybody there is from the UK or Britain or specifically, when I moved over here, and I always tell this story of how freaking confusing it was to me. When I moved here from Jamaica to Albany, Georgia. If y'all are familiar, it's the Good Life City. It's down south. It's just north of Tallahassee, right? When I moved here from Jamaica as a kid, and I'm in Albany, and I hear people always talking about biscuits. And I'm like, damn, these people love some damn biscuits. Don't get me wrong, I was a fan of biscuits because in Jamaica, a biscuit is a cookie. But when I heard people talking about biscuits and gravy, I'm thinking to myself, who the hell is going to put oxtail gravy on a biscuit? It don't, you know what I'm saying? That's where my mind went. I'm like, who's putting gravy on a cookie? I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's an American thing. I don't know. And that goes back to what I was talking about with the definition. It's the conventional aspect of it. What you know or what you're used to doesn't necessarily compute with the other person. So you have got to learn to speak their language. And you've got to understand theirs. But before you even get that far, you got to fully understand, you have to be aware of what your body language is telling that other person in the first place. If you're telling them like, you know what, I don't feel like being bothered with you, you're basically saying, fuck you, then you're going to get those kind of results. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where your posture, the way you carry yourself, all of those things speak to how approachable you are and how open you can be. Now, don't get me wrong, let's go back a little bit to the Ready to Love thing. It's one of those things where you notice Cornelius's body language. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replay one of those videos, right? But this time, what I want you guys to do is I want you to watch Cornelius's body language as what's her name? Camille is berating him. All right, let's watch. If I can get this damn thing to play. What is wrong with this thing? Play, damn it.
Listen, because that's what it is. Like, I feel like you're so naive and you don't understand what they're doing. You're like feeding into it like a dumbass. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
not doing
and
that.
It's not, and I'm not gonna stay there for that.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm really not. I'm not doing that.
Now, you heard right there, he was just saying, I'm really not. He's basically, and I don't want to psychoanalyze the dude, but it's like, yo, let's watch this one. I think this one probably right here. Why is this thing?
Wait a minute. Wait.
Again,
You
I
see how he
told you
puts
it's
his
hard
head
for
down?
me to see you.
Don't get me wrong.
Talking
you
to
can see there are
other
other
people.
people
It
in the
is.
background,
Like, these
but
girls
as a
will come
man,
up to
that
you
shit there
being
will break you the fuck
flirtatious and be
down.
like, in your face, and you just, oh, country bumpkin ass. Like, you're like,
Damn.
listen.
I don't know about y'all, but for me, that shit was painful to watch. I ain't even gonna lie. All right? But, that's what I need to do. But it's one of those things where, as you see that, his body language is one of just being beat the hell down. Now, think about it. If those two get into a full-blown relationship, if that shit starts out that way, how healthy do you think that's going to be for him? And how healthy do you think it's going to be for her to be with a man that is basically emasculated all the damn time, every time he's with her? That's just not healthy at all. So it's one of them things. As I watched that particular episode, I was like, man, I got to talk about just, are you speaking that person's language? Are you talking that person up? Are you encouraging the person? Even if it's just a first damn date. I'm not saying that, you wait until you're 10 years in. No, it's the initial, introduction. Are you, being there for that person? So I really don't have a lot to say this time on the, going in my monologue. It's just something like when I saw it, I just wanted to really talk about just languages. How are we communicating with each other? When it comes to dating, when it comes to relationships, how are you being there for that person and speaking to that person and letting you know? All right. And you know what? And in fact, I just posted the Zoom link. So if you want to be a part of the show, just click that link. Please, y'all, make sure that you have all your audio in the background muted so that way I can hear you. and you know, we don't get a whole bunch of looping, but the link is in there if you want to join the conversation. Tonight's conversation, y'all, we are going to be talking about, are you speaking their language, and do you understand yours? G-Dubs, you exactly right. When I watched that, all I could do was cringe. But then the more I watched her, it's like every time she talks, it just makes you cringe, because even when she's not speaking, she's still communicating with those looks, the facial expressions and all of that. There's nothing attractive about that. She is a very pretty woman. She's got a nice little body on her. You know what I'm saying? She got a little bubble. I see all that. She's got a great body. However, I call women like that shallow Hal. For those of you that are familiar with the movie Shallow Hal, right? The premise of the movie was this guy, he was hypnotized by, what's the guy's name? Tony Robbins. And in the movie, Tony Robbins hypnotized him so that he could only see the good in people, or in women specifically, or the bad in women. This guy, he was basically a ladies' man. He was just slinging it everywhere, right? But the main character, he could never meet a woman that he could get deep into because he only saw the exterior. And so basically Tony Robbins hypnotized him to say, okay, you're going to now start seeing past the exterior, meaning the body, the face. And now you're going to see those people, the women, for who they truly are. So even though somebody on the outside might just be banging, I'm talking about everything just popping, how that person is, their personality, that's who you are really going to see. So there was a situation in the movie where this woman, she was, you know, not necessarily my taste per se, but she was just, you know, what they would consider to be traditionally attractive. However, she had a terrible personality, just a bad personality, just a bad person to be around. And therefore, you know, he saw that. He was able to see past the exterior, past the facade, and see how she really was. And then on the flip side, there was a woman, she was, I want to say, about a good 400 pounds, but she had such a great personality, a good spirit. He saw the true beauty in her. Saying all that to say, that's when I first saw Camille, that's the visual that I got. Very nice looking on the outside, but my God, her spirit just left so much to be desired. So it's like if you see people like that and you're wondering like, yo, why is that person single or whatever? The reason is there's a lot more. And once people really get to know who you are, people don't want to be bothered with that. They do not. What up, DJ? Thank you for joining the conversation. Tonight's topic, for those of you that are joining late, tonight's topic is, are you speaking their language, and are they speaking yours? Are you able to properly communicate with the people that you're dating, with the people that you're in relationship with, be it if you've been married for so many years or not? You know, are you speaking their language? And I'm not getting into the love language topic right as yet, but we definitely will later down the line. Lorenzo, you exactly right, man. He's been put down so much, he's getting comfortable with it, bruh. Yeah. It's like after a while, as a man, just getting beat down by especially if you're in a relationship with somebody who you're supposed to be there for you. There's something about a woman that's supposed to be inspirational. That's, you know, that's something that you want as a man, right? And y'all, I'm not necessarily speaking to me personally, you know, but I've heard this enough to know it to be true, right? There's something about a woman that one of the things for her, she is supposed to be an inspiration to the man that she's with. You know what they say, behind every man is a good woman, or something like that. You know, everybody now, the thing is the Michelle T or Barack, all that good stuff, right? So it's one of them things where it's like, it's one of those things where you know, you're wondering, is she inspiring him? Is she making him more? If I can talk right, is she making him a better man? She being, in this particular case, Camille to Cornelius. And the same thing goes if you're in a relationship. If the woman that you're with, is she making you a better man? You know, now I'm not saying it's up to the woman to build a man. Lord knows, we ain't talking about no build-a-boos right here. We're talking about grown-ass men who've been established, who are doing their thing. That's what I'm speaking to. So, you know, Lorenzo, you're 100% right. You can tell that this dude has been beat down for a long time, and it shows in his body language. And here's the thing. These two aren't even in a relationship yet. That is the crazy thing. They are literally in the dating phase, the getting to know you phase, they ain't even what they call on the show number ones. Nobody's even selected a number one. So it's like, damn, he's already taking this kind of, for lack of a better word, abuse, and they haven't even gotten into a relationship yet. And that kind of leads me to another point as well. The warning signs, the language, basically understanding ahead of time what it is you're getting into, because we had a show a while back where we talked about red flags. I'm probably going to do it again, but especially as we get into this, it's supposed to be cold, but Lord knows it's what, damn near 80 degrees a day. But anyway, as we get into the time of year where it comes to giving and receiving and all those conversations are being had, you got to wonder, what are you giving, and in return, what is your partner giving you? What are you receiving? And a lot of that comes more specifically, as I'm saying this, we're talking about energy. What energy are you putting out, and what energy is your partner putting out? What are you getting from your partner, and what in turn is your partner giving you? And it's a hell of a dynamic to where you understand that, you know what, especially in this case where we look at this dude who obviously is just getting beat the hell down. It's like, how easy is it for you to raise your head? How easy is it, and I'm speaking as ladies, as a man, how easy is it for you to deal with that day in and day out? You already got to go out there and conquer the world. You got to, go, in my case, go sell some houses or go do whatever the case may be, whatever it takes to go out there and earn that bread, go get the bacon, all that other good shit. Right. And then now when you get home, it's like you are met with drama. You're met with stuff. It's got to be tough. You know what I'm saying? So And like I said, these dudes ain't even been in a relationship but for so long. I thought about a situation where you have a man that is my bad, I was reading some notes over here. It's one of those things where you see a man that is just beat down and uninspired. And then it's like, why is this, you know this gentleman's talented. You see some of the level of his work, but yet and still, why is he not able to take it to the next level? And then once you start looking, you see that, he may be dealing with past trauma. One of my favorite books of all time, my favorite books, is called Loving Donovan. It's written by Bernice L. McFadden. If y'all read the book, let me know. But anyway, in the book, Loving Donovan, it's written from two perspectives, the male and the female. And in the book, the male character, he was molested, right? And so he was molested as a young kid. So as he got older, what happens is that he didn't know how to accept true love. Now, I wonder if I can even say that on YouTube. He was, something happened to him, and that trauma from his childhood translated to his adulthood. And therefore, he wasn't able to receive the love, even though it was being spoken to him, it was being shown to him. All of those things, he wasn't able to properly receive it. He could not understand the language. It was a biscuit, basically, was it a cookie or was it a biscuit? He did not know how to compute, and therefore he was struggling. He was struggling to really and truly find love. And in the case of he was actually receiving love. He actually got into a relationship. However, he could not get past that, he couldn't get beyond the trauma of his childhood. It's the same situation that we have every day, in that when we are trying to love and trying to be loved, we're not able to properly communicate that to our spouse. No matter what the reason may be, whatever the roadblocks may be. That's why I'm always talking about therapy, y'all. We got to get therapy. We have to be able to get therapy in order to deal with our traumas in the past, in order to make sure that we have healthy relationships in our present and also in our future. It's I'm such a big advocate for getting trauma. In fact, getting on therapy. In fact, I got an appointment tomorrow. Let me get off topic a little bit. Y'all can probably see my energy is down a little bit. It's been one of those days today. And this show, as I talk to y'all, even though, it may not be, but a lot of people in the group or whatever tonight, I really didn't promote this episode the way I have in the past. But this show is actually a little bit of therapy for me. Just being able to talk and know that I'm sharing certain things with y'all. I don't get too personal. Y'all, I ain't going to tell y'all my address or what the hell's going on. But, there, just like everybody else, there's a lot going on in our lives, right? I have the luxury of being able to put my stuff out here and be like, hey, holla at your boy. Let's have some, let's talk. Let's have some conversations. Let's have fun with it. And I just want to say thank y'all for just giving me the opportunity to talk to y'all. Every week, I'm working on that consistency. But anyway, I'm coming to y'all consistently, just saying, hey, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining me. And I just wanted to say that to y'all, man. I really appreciate my audience. I appreciate the quote unquote fans that I have on, with my reviews and my books and all that stuff. It's not easy as an artist when you put yourself out there and now you just want the world to judge your work. It's a strange feeling, but I just want to say I do appreciate y'all. I'm gonna wrap it up tonight because, like I said, it's been one of those days. But I just wanted to say that, man. I just want to say thank you, and appreciate that, G-Dubs. You've been a consistent fan. I gotta give it to you, man. I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. But thank you to everybody that joins me week in and week out. I'm here. Good or bad, I'm gonna be here. And we're going to have these conversations, man. And I really and truly do appreciate y'all. And as always, man, we're going to have a good week, a good rest of the week. We're going to have some fun tonight, man. I just want to say thank you. And y'all have a good week. Y'all stay determined.